As I'm getting closer to starting my final year of university, this will be my last reaction video I will do for this year. Once again, I will react to another trains I wanna see on SCR video, but this time, it's from Stepford driver. Let's get this started.
In this video, I'm going to say what trains I think should be in SCR and why.
Okay, let's see what the crack is with this.
Number 1. The class 150-1 and the 150-2 I would think go well on Waterline,
Agreed with the first suggestion.
as both these trains do regional routes on Northern GWR and London North Western Railway.
The class 150 does quite a bit of commuter routes as well. And let's not forget they still run on Transport for Wales.
They both have 2 coaches and would definitely work well on the Morganstown shuttle.
What could also work for Waterline is the class 150/0, a 3-coacher version of the 150/1, but it wouldn't work on the Morganstown line for obvious reasons.
Number 2. The class 756 would definitely work well on Connect.
To be fair, I'd like the class 756 more for Waterline, and the class 231 on Connect, as the former has a top speed of 75 miles an hour, while the latter has a top speed of 90 miles an hour.
Some people say to move the 745 from Airlink to Connect and then replace it with the 745 on Airlink.
That would be a highly logical move.
But I think that 756 on Connect would definitely work well. This train runs on regional services through the Cardiff and the Valley lines.
The class 756 will do more commuter lines, including the Rumney and Vale of Glamorgan lines. The class 231 does the former route as well, but it will also do some other routes beyond Cardiff, even reaching Cheltenham, hence another reason why I think the class 231 would work better for Connect than Waterline.
Number 3. The next train I think should go on SCR is the class 378. This train runs on London Overground in London and I think would definitely work well on Connect, possibly Waterline.
3 years ago, I had the idea that the class 378 and 710 should go on Waterline, but after reading the status page, an engagement manager said in response to the class 710 for Waterline suggestion that they currently don't think that longitudinal seating would fit with operating on Waterline. As the class 378 has fully longitudinal seating like the class 710, I can't imagine that will get denied too. It's best that we have the class 376 on Connect instead.
This train can run on overhead electric wires as it runs occasionally on the Watford DC line between Euston and Watford Junction.
The Watford DC line is a 3rd rail line, 4th rail between Queen's Park and Harrow and Wealdstone. The lines that use overhead lines where the class 378 operates are the North London line, between Stratford and Acton Central if I remember correctly, and formerly the Gospel Oak to Barking line before the class 710 entered service on that line.
This train has 5 coaches. I guess it could kind of work well on Waterline, but I highly doubt it.
The class 378 had 3 and 4 coach versions before being lengthened to 5 coaches. Had they approved the class 710 and 378 suggestions, the 4-coach version for each would go well for Waterline. But for Connect, the class 376 would be fine.
Number 4. Next, I think the class 700 would definitely work well on Airlink.
Agreed. We know why the class 700 would suit Airlink.
Even though it does local routes on some suburban services in South London.
The one thing that all Airlink trains have in common is that they have all had at least one route going to an airport. The class 387 going to Gatwick and Heathrow airports. The class 360/2 and 332 formerly going to Heathrow. The class 755 going to Stansted Airport. The class 185, 397 and 802 going to Manchester Airport. The class 345 going to Heathrow Airport. And the class 360/1 stopping at Luton Airport Parkway, but doesn't terminate there. As the class 700 has a Bedford to Gatwick route, I don't see why the class 700 can't go on Airlink.
I think it probably could work well on Airlink, but with the 8-car variant. But the 12-car variant could work if SCR allow 12-car trains.
As there are 12 coach markers on certain Airlink stations, It will be a matter of time before 12 coach trains come to the game.
Number 5. To end this video, I'm gonna finally suggest that the Class 387 could go on Express.
What the actual fuck? Hell no. The Class 387 would not go well for Express, as A, it's too slow, at a top speed of just 110 miles an hour, and B, it doesn't look like an express train.
This runs on GWR and Gatwick Express and some Great Northern services which run fast to places such as Gatwick, Kings Lynn and Didcot Parkway.
Let's not forget that it runs on Heathrow Express as well.
I know this train already exists on Airlink, but it could work on Express.
No, it can't. Anyways, time to wrap up my thoughts on the video. Overall, just another typical trains I wanna see on SCR video, where I agreed and disagreed with trains on the list. However, this has to be the first time that I reacted to a video where the user wanted an Electrostar or any train that has a top speed of below 125 miles an hour for Express, or maybe the second or third time, I don't know. Before I end the video, I need to say that this will be my final reaction video for 2024. If you wanna make a trains I wanna see on SCR video for me to see, that's fine, but I will just give my thoughts in the comments section of that video. Will I make reaction videos in 2025? Maybe, but if I do, most likely after the end of April. That will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for future content, and I will see you in the next video.